and travel far and wide. I'm all about and everywhere. I'm here and there, here and there. I'm here and there. Oh, hello there, tiddlers. How you tiddling? Mr. Bloom here, and I like going out and about. Yeah, I like going here and there, doing lots of fun things and finding out about new places. And I've been wondering, what do you like to do where you live? Perhaps you might like to ride your bike in the park or go for walks in the woods with your family. Oh, brilliant. Someone's got in touch. Should we see who it is? Yeah.
I'm Beth and I like being outside with my family. And I like cycling with my brother and sister. We go to lots of different places. This is Callendar House and it looks like a fairy castle. I also get to ride my bike to school.
Have fun then. Bye. Bye.
That's Colin and Amy. Come visit us, Mr. Bloom. Yay!
Sounds good to me. I'm on my way. Whereabouts will I end up next? Let's put my route finder to the test. It could be a beach, a village or a city, museum or a school, a garden so pretty, a church or a station, a river or town. I just can't wait till you show me around. Tiddlers, I'm on my way. So where am I today?
Some people go into it.
Keeps on coming out. Dig a little bit more then. Right, keep going. Think yours is ready, Beth?
Yeah.
Right, carefully plant it in.
Hey, hello there, tiddlers.
Hello, Mr. Bloom!
It's nice to see you today. It's nice to see you, Beth. Thanks for inviting me. Now, are these all your friends?
Yeah.
Oh, can you introduce me?
That's Lewis, Colin, Luca and Amy.
And what have we got here, tiddlers?
The butterfly bed.
The butterfly bed? Oh, so is this where all the butterflies come? Is that right?
Yeah.
I see. Hey, look. The route finder's showing us some butterflies in action. Do you know why butterflies are important in the garden?
They come and get the pollen.
That's right. Butterflies and bees are really helpful for the garden because they help pollinate the plants. So we get all sorts of things growing in the gardens. It also means that we get some yummy fruit on the trees. Have you got any fruit growing here?
Over there.
Ooh, well, I think we should go take a look. Come on. Ah, we got some cracking fruit here, haven't we? Hey, Luca, what fruit have we got growing here?
Strawberries.
Strawberries? Ooh, well, they're not quite ripe yet, but they'll be nice when they are. So what else have you got?
Blueberries.
Oh, yeah. They're green now, but they'll be lovely and blue when they're ripe. So we have to be patient, you see, because fruit, well, it can take time to grow. And I can see something else here that isn't a fruit. What have we got, Beth?
Lettuce.
Some lovely lettuce. Now, I'll tell you what, it's a nice day today. It's nice and warm. So, what do you think these plants would like?
Water.
Go on, then. Pick up those watering cans and give them a nice drink. There we go. Hey, good job, Beth. Hey, that's just what they needed. Now, have you got any other fruit growing here, Lewis?
Yeah, apples over in the orchard.
You've got an orchard. Well, Lewis, lead on. Wow, so this is your orchard, tiddlers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, how many apple trees have we got here?
10.
10? Let's count them. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You were right. But those in the middle, they're not apple trees, are they?
Oh.
No, what are they?
Pears.
So you got 2 pear trees and 10 apple trees. How many trees in total?
12.
12! Come on, let's take a closer look. Well, these apples, they're still very young, aren't they? You know, they've still got a lot of growing to do. Yeah. Now, I've heard that there's somewhere around here where we can find out about apples and how they grow. Do you know where it is?
In Callendar House.
Hey, well, you lead on. Let's go. I've come to explore the gardens at Callendar House with Beth, Amy and Luca. Wow, Tiddlers! This is a proper gem of a garden, isn't it? Hey, those people, they must have a great view of this garden from their windows. Hey, Beth, who's this?
Mrs. Miller, she tells us about the apple trees.
Oh, it's nice to meet you, Mrs. Miller.
Hello, Mr. Bloom.
Now, you've got apple trees growing all over the place.
We have. We have apple trees growing up a pole. This one's a Galloway pippin. It'll grow to a lovely, big, juicy, tasty apple.
You made the most of the space,
We
haven't you?
did. We did indeed. And we even have a tree that's growing against a wall. And would you believe we've got one low down that we call a step over?
Oh, yeah. Luca's taking a closer look. So, Tiddlers, what do you think of these apples? Are they ready to pick? No, of course not. Isn't that right, Mrs. Miller?
That's right, Mr. Bloom. They're not ready to pick yet. We've got 2 nice big ones and 3 little ones. So we're going to take off the little apples to let the big apples grow more and more.
Hey, that sounds clever. And is there a special name for that?
We call it thinning out the apples.
Right. So what do you reckon? Should we thin out the apples?
Yes.
Yeah, come on then. Hey, good work, Amy.
Let's take off the little one.
So now you've taken these little apples, what's going to happen to the rest?
They're going to start growing.
Yeah, they're going to grow bigger and bigger and bigger. And when they are ready, do you know how they're picked?
No.
No? Oh, hey up. Well, I think the root finder wants to show us. There are lots of different types of apples. Some are red, some are green, and some are red and green. And when apples are big and ripe, it's time for them to be picked. They can be plucked by hand, or a machine can shake them loose. Look, it's raining apples. The juice from these apples is used to make drinks. The hand-picked apples are then washed and packed, ready for the shops. Now, Tiddlers, I know something rather exciting about apples. If you get an apple, you cut it in half across its middle, you get a...
Star.
That's right, it's a star. We've got a star shape. And what do you think those things are in the middle, the brown things?
Seeds.
They're seeds, yeah. They're also known as pips. An apple pip was planted in this pot 1 year ago, and look, an apple tree has started to grow. And a little tree like this is called a sapling. It's still got a lot of growing to do, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Before it turns into a great big apple tree. So, Tiddlers, would you like to plant some pips?
Yeah.
Yeah? Let's plant some apple pips. Tiddlers, hold out your hands like that. That's it. Luca, I'll give you a pip there. And Amy, now, if you take the finger on your other hand, you make a little wiggly hole in your pot. That's it. And then pop the pip in there. Pop it in there. And then cover it over. Oh, hello, Mrs. Miller. What have we got here?
We've got a little crab apple, Mr. Bloom.
Oh, an apple sapling. And how old is it?
3 years old now.
3 years old. Oh, so this is a little tiddler tree, isn't it? Well, I tell you what, Tiddlers, why don't you get this planted here? And then the visitors to the garden will be able to enjoy it for years to come. Go on, you get stuck in there. Whilst you're doing that, I think I'm going to go and have a look at the kitchens in Callendar House. As well as the gardens, in here we can see what a kitchen looked like almost 200 years ago. Ooh, Who's this?
Oh, hello. I'm the cook here at Callendar House, and I have a pie ready for you and the children.
Wow, look, a lovely pie. Hey, and I wonder, can you guess what's in this pie? Have a look at the shape. Yeah. It's an apple pie.
And this pie is cooled down and ready for you to take to the children.
Wow, it's ready to eat. Oh, thank you.
Welcome.
Hey, well done, Tiddlers. That sapling looks great. And you know what? I think it's going to grow nice and strong, just like all of you. Now, I hope you've washed your hands because I've got a special treat for you. Look at this. Delicious apple pie.
Wow, doesn't that look good?
Well, because of you, Mrs. Miller, and because of all of you, Tiddlers, we've now seen what happens when you go from pip to pie. Tuck in. That pie was the business, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Well, thank you for inviting me here today, Beth. I've had a cracking time. But it's time I went. So join me soon when I'll be...
Here and there!
Bye!